Well, if you're thinking about the episode not last week, week before, with the man whose girlfriend smells like
Where
shit.
we going with this?
In his case, it probably is her. But
you find she would taste.
oh, would you rather have the ability to end racism or have the ability to end sexism?
Oh my goodness. I feel as though I would prefer end racism.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
But then at the same time, I'm like, oh, nah. But really and truly, I would think I would. I'm more leaning on racism because, for years and years, you're thinking, okay, we coming out of this, and then no, we still stuck in this awful cycle. I don't understand why, after so many years, people could look at people and just hate them just because of their race, their complexion.
It's so sad. Like, even when, like, this question I actually stumbled on. And when I saw it, I was like, this is a good one, but it's a toughie because, I mean, the both of us, like, I can't speak. What's the
Title?
Yeah, but the both of us are women. We are both independent women.
Right.
Working around in an organization where you see a lot of fight downs.
Oof, preach it.
Yeah. And then sometimes, you get overlooked. Although we don't see it a lot, but we get overlooked with certain
I thought you was going to say
positions.
don't see it. I was like, I got overlooked several times because
No, we don't see it. No, this particular thing, we don't see it as much as, but we know certain positions you get overlooked just because you're a woman.
Right.
It's tougher. No, it's not much. It's not something that, and we discuss a lot, but it's just a known factor. But as much as, that is something that should be worked on as well. Now, that's a tough another topic on its own. Sexism, what women supposed to do and what men supposed to do. It's a conversation that could go into so many different branches. But I feel I lingered more to racism because, same as you, I feel as though like it's so many years, and I would have hoped that you're seeing a lot more interracial couples and stuff like that, and it would end at some point in time. But it's so disheartening to see that something you definitely don't have any type of control over, that you just, which is the same as your sex actually, but in this day and age, people could change that as well, but there's no way you could change your race. And honestly, I don't know why you would want to change your race, because it's something that you're proud of,
should be proud
of. And your culture and stuff, because people get hated on their culture as well, which kind of ties into the race as well. Touching on this, knowing that is a touchy topic, and it's not necessarily what our platform is about, but the question is the question.
Make the string strong.
It's strong?
Went to my head.
I threw it out half because I know it's... Oh, mine is strong too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we, like, I feel as though, like, let's just narrow it down to Trinidad. We know that within this topic of racism, there are two specific races that go head to head within the premise of what we're talking about right now. And it's disheartening to even hear, like, from my race to the other. Sometimes it really is Because I feel as though, why? Like, was it sense? Was it purpose? Like, it have no actual reason for it.
And we're both black.
Yeah.
Considered black under.
Yeah. Like, it's so disgusting. Like, let's just remember that racism we're not born with this. It's a taught behavior, and that's sad that you would rather spew hate into an infant about the color of someone's skin. Like, that's so crazy to me. It really is crazy to me, and I find it very disheartening. So if I have the choice, I would choose racism.
You know what my mind started to like Sherain, because you know my mind always Sherain sometimes. But this guy who's making his way across Trinidad.
Oh, the traveler, the German
And
traveler.
I'm there thinking like if this was a black man walking through,
Facts.
people are gonna be like, let me close up my door.
Yeah, no one is really going to
I'm not
open
gonna
their
let him
homes. So yeah, facts. And that actually was a conversation topic
Serious?
on TikTok.
I didn't
about
see it, but I thought about it. I was like, nobody let no black man. You see this black man walking on the street, they're gonna be like, you see this strange man walking on the street?
Yeah. For real. For real. Honestly, if it's me, I don't even care who you are. Based on my safety, you're just not entering. Sorry. I'll pray for you. But nah, the will is too crazy. No one is entering my home just to have a night. Somebody I just see on the street. I don't have that kind of bravery. I ain't shame, and that have nothing to do with race.
I am pretty helpful, but I don't think I overly
Yes,
helpful. But I don't think I would let I don't think I'm definitely not letting anybody in my house like that.
Yeah, that's
Out here too scary for that.
It's very scary. That's not my cup of tea. You know,
I'll give him something
money
outside.
Yeah, I'll give
But-
you money once I have, because struggle is real. But something to eat, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bed. If I have a blow up mattress, I could sleep somewhere
Else.
yeah. But shelter under the same roof. Nah, boy. Out there too crazy. I got it. I got it. But let us know, which one would you rather, and what would be your reason as to your choice. Let us know. Welcome back to another Wednesday with us. We are happier with SnL. I'm Sherain.
And I'm Laurel.
And well, we already start the episode. Very interesting. So, but I think you told me that you have some riddles.
Yes, I do. My phone was closed.
I love the riddles.
I didn't find any juicy ones today, but I'll have you thinking.
Okay.
Okay. So, what is always in front of you but can't be seen?
What is always in front of you but can't be seen? My future?
You seen right there?
No.
You saw my screen protector fall off? Okay, guys. Guys, I need a screen protector.
Mine's crack up. I need to
And I just dropped my phone way too easily to not have one. Don't be peeping here.
I didn't peep. I didn't see.
What question you can never say yes to?
What question?
I totally didn't agree with this answer.
I could never say yes to. There's a lot, but I don't think that's those.
Not those kind of questions, Sherain.
No, I wasn't even going raunchy. I gave up though.
Are you asleep? But I swear, guys, my cousin, like, she'll be sleeping and you ask her, you sleeping? And she'll be like, yeah.
No, because that's a dumb question.
I'm telling you, but my cousin answers though. So I don't agree with this one. What begins with an E and only contains one letter?
Begins with an E? Begins with
You're
an
trying
E?
to peep.
No. What begins with an E and only has one letter?
Think about it literally now.
Envelope?
Yeah. What tastes better than it smells?
What tastes better than it smells? Well, if you're thinking about the episode not last week before, with the man whose girlfriend smells like
Where are we
shit.
going with this?
In his case, it probably is her. But
you find she would taste.
oh. If y'all missed that episode, go back 2 episodes and see what we're talking about.
Sherain is
That starts
disturbing me.
That episode was gross. But what tastes better than it smells? I give up.
Your tongue.
You know, I was thinking that, but why your tongue smell nasty?
No. At first I was thinking that. But yes.
I got it.
What belongs to you, but everyone else uses it?
Brain?
What? So you don't use your brain?
What belongs to you, but well, I didn't think that.
Stop trying to peep. You peeping. Sherain, trying to cheat, guys. Watch her.
No, I just locked down.
And the screen protector on.
When her screen protector is on, because I always just look everywhere when I'm thinking. No, I'm not intentionally looking at your phone. Let me look forward.
What belongs to you, but everyone else uses it?
Yeah, but I didn't think that you mean that you don't use it either. You know what I mean?
But it belongs to you, but everybody else uses it. You don't really use it.
I don't know. I give up.
Your name.
I mean, I don't use my name.
So I see this man. I saw it had this, oh god, I can't remember. Oh god, I always watch this guy. He just go around asking.
What you know?
No, it's similar to what you know, but it's God, why I can't remember it right now. Oh my god, I can't believe I forget
Local?
it. It's not local. It's either Antigua or whatever island.
Oh my god,
and
strongish kind of guy.
Yeah, and he goes around asking people
yeah.
questions. And I think he asked somebody this question, and the guy was like, "My penis," and I'm like,
Huh?
interesting. Well, I guess everybody else using it for. That's what his answer was.
Okay.
And that's it for the riddle section.
That one was cool. It really had you thinking. I didn't guess much. How much did I guess?
Like
2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now for what y'all seem to come to our page for, which is the crazies and the stories. So we're gonna start off with am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for not telling my brother about my mom's death because he didn't answer the phone? My brother's wife is a stickler for boundaries. My brother's name is Max, his wife's name is Anne. She had a huge issue with my mom calling my brother. She said my mom called him way too much, which was 2 to 3 times a week. Max never brought the issue up to mom, but allowed his wife to attack my mom's character when she decided to call it out to my mom. They went on a trip a few weeks later and left everyone a text letting them know they didn't want to hear from us for the time they would be on vacation and threatened to block us if we disturbed them. Mom was upset, but asked us to keep the peace because Anne was intimidated the last time we stood up to her. 2 days after they left, Mom passed away unexpectedly. I tried to call Max, which he didn't answer. Then I followed it up with a text stating to call me back because it was urgent. I sent 2 more text messages and tried to call 4 more times after. No response. The next time I tried was the day before the funeral. I sent him another text letting him know that he must know that this is serious and I need him to call me back. On the day of the funeral, I tried calling 6 hours before the funeral just in case he answered and would have time to make it to the funeral. And again, an hour before. In total, I called 16 times. My sister called 7 and my dad tried 3 times. When they got back, Anne sent a text to the family group chat from my brother's phone, ensuring to tell us that we are bullies, taunting them, and we're trying to ruin their relationship, and that we will never see either of them again. My youngest brother responded by saying, and I quote, "Mom died on Sunday. Consider your wish granted, you evil cunts." I like him. And removed Max from the group chat. Max then started calling me 22 times in a row, which I watched ring and didn't answer. Honestly, I would do the same. The rest of my siblings and I returned to the house because we knew that he would show up there. They turned up furious, nowhere near as furious as we were though. No one has spoken to them since. This happened in December, and now Max is reaching out because he wants an apology. I refuse to give him because this was on him. Am I the asshole?
From that story,
I feel
Anne
as though
has real pussy power, boy. That's what I got from it. Anne have real pussy power. For you to actually...
facts.
Well, I don't want to say turn on his family, but be willing to like cut them off
Yeah.
for this woman and have the golden pussy. My thing is though, right? I being a mother of a son,
I felt as though
I feel very offended
You would have
if
been.
3 times to the week is considered plenty.
I find that not bad though.
It's not like she calling 3 times to the day.
Day.
You understand? And clearly that wife, something is wrong with her. Now, granted, he probably a mama's boy and she don't like it, but this is somebody you met and you realize he's a mama's boy. Maybe. Deal with it. Don't try to break it out of him and completely have him ostracize his mother, like,
But I
and
feel
his
as though
family.
if he was a mama's boy, she would have never gotten him to be this way though.
Yes and no. Power of the pussy. Power of the pussy. Some of them just fall. I know one.
Oh wow.
Not one I deal with. One
Oh,
Yeah. Real mama's boy. No? The power of the pussy. Anyway, back to what we were saying.
yeah.
If she was an asshole, I don't think she was an asshole, but when she realized that he wasn't answering, I think she should have said, here's what something happened to mom. Don't necessarily say mom died in the message. I feel as though that would have been too much, but I feel as though you could have said something happened to mom, because here he's seeing he so don't want to upset the wife on this vacation that he was like, okay, let me keep the peace, because at the end of the day, I think that's what he's trying to do, keep the peace at home, right? She should have said something happened to mom, and I feel as though as soon as he see that, he would have responded.
Yeah, but I feel as though he had a right to speak to her because 2 to 3 times a week is really not that much.
You mean speak to the wife?
Speak to the wife, because 2 to 3 times a week, your mother's speaking to you 2 to 3 times a week.
Probably he tried to.
Is not is. Yeah. Yeah. Now, I don't necessarily want to say she was the asshole as well, because same reason. And I feel as though like it had something before this, and they already said that, Anne stated she was intimidated, right? So I don't know if from their end they trying to still keep the peace as well, without saying that something happened to mom. And clearly what they probably would be thinking is that she would say that they trying to make up something just to call them.
Make up something on your mother?
No, well, the way how Anne getting on, because Anne message when they return from vacation, like, you realize they called so much you didn't even bother to find out.
So that's my thing. I started to wonder, like,
what
if
was
they
the
ever
issue?
got calls, like so many calls, and not think something
Yeah, but the
of
thing
it.
about it is they got calls and texts.
Yeah.
Saying return the call, it's urgent. So you see the text, you see how much calls. You still rather come in the girl message, well, the family message, and say you'll never hear from them again, and you're trying to taunt them. Like, really? That and all was unnecessary. The least you could have done, if you wanted to have your attitude or whatnot, you could have sarcastically say what was so urgent. That's all they couldn't.
And Max, like, he have no backbone. How you give her the phone to message in your family group chat? That madness. That is madness. But I also don't think that she owes him an apology.
Oh no.
I just still kind of feel she could have said something happened
Something
to
to
mom.
mom, yeah.
But I don't think at this stage, because she did try. She
Yeah.
kept calling, she messaged or whatever. I don't think she owe him an apology. If it's anything, I feel as though
That's the only thing too. Like, I wondered if it is, because I definitely don't think sending a message about death is appropriate.
Yeah,
in
because you
any
don't know how people would
circumstances.
handle it in that
Yeah.
moment. But you could have said
So-
something happened to mom. I feel as though if that was said, he would have reached out or called back. Maybe Anne might have be like,
They're lying. I feel like
But-
Anne would say some shit like that.
But I feel as though that might have triggered something. Him trying to, he might have a sneak to and take a call. He might have- And if it's anything, he should be upset with Anne.
Exactly. He should be
Like,
upset with Anne.
He
I
need
find
an
it so
apology
crazy.
from Anne.
From Anne, yeah. I find it so crazy that
And that's
he-
guilt. That's guilt right there. Like, he don't know who else to blame, so let me blame my sister.
Yeah, basically. That's so sad.
It is. It really is. Hopefully he learns from this lesson. A tough lesson though.
You think he learned from the lesson with him saying he wants an apology? The lesson don't seem to be
You see,
learned
that's
right
what I'm
now.
saying. I feel as though right now he is in that guilt stage, and he just trying to blame somebody for something other than
Well, if
his
it was
wife.
me, he would have remained in in Cardi B, in the words of Cardi B, forever. Because I wasn't apologizing. As I say, same thing. The only thing I think she could have taken a further step and see, something happened to mom. That's why we're trying to get on to here. What at this point, what you want them to do? Send it in a note through a pigeon?
Story time. He didn't message me after we slept together. Basically, the other day, I slept with a friend of a close friend. After we were done, I was saying goodbye to go home, and I was like, oh, so when will I see you again? He was like, oh, I'll be away for a bit. He didn't suggest seeing each other again, and when we hugged goodbye, I was the one to kiss him. He also didn't message me after and had watched my Instagram stories. For context, he's fancied me for a while, and the sex we had was great, passionate with lots of affection and kissing. I don't know, I just feel like given that this wasn't a one night stand in the sense that we just met and that he actually fancied me, I thought he'd actually be different. Well, sorry. I thought he'd act differently. Am I overthinking it?
Plain talk, bad manners is not necessarily that this is a situation, but it could be that he got what he wanted and that's it. Like the end.
That's what I'm thinking too. Like he
Yeah.
fancied you just for the
that,
sex.
yeah.
I don't think
Doesn't-
because who doesn't message you afterwards to make sure you know you're good? Unless that was his intention, and
Yeah, so fancy could be that he fancied you just physically, not necessarily that
it
yeah,
was just the loss.
the lust. So the only thing I could tell you is don't sit and ponder on that, because the only person wasting the time now is you. He's gone on. Don't let it be that whenever he pop up, you make yourself available yet again. No. Even if you want to try, he has to work for that. But just give in on him. No.
Yeah, I'm sorry, girl, but that's all he wanted. He wanted the pom pom.
Yeah. Nani nakanana.
Yeah. Yabba 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 do.
Pause! We're just coming to tell y'all to subscribe to the channel.
Please and thank you.
Yeah.
Do it now. Don't stick.
Bye. Am I the asshole for leaving a girl when she tells me how many side guys she has? So this happened an hour ago. Went on a second date with a girl I met through Tinder.
What happened when you have bad experiences with Tinder?
Like I feel as though I don't know, like it have so many bad stories out there. Tinder is like to me. Date went well and got to her place to watch a movie. It was nice and we began to make out, but her phone kept ringing the whole time. So I asked her, is that a friend of yours who's worried or something? She says, no. It's one of my friends with benefits.
Okay.
The honesty is brutal. So I asked her, how many do you have then? She said 4. Depends on how she feels like. So I say, but we're dating, right? She says, yeah. But I thought you weren't staying over, so someone else is coming after me.
I thought she was going to say we're not exclusive. So, wow, you busy.
I was kind of shocked, so I grabbed my jacket, wished her good luck, told her not to text me, and left. Am I crazy or what? Am I the asshole?
What I love about men is men have like the highest standards. They're like, you know what? I'm not standing for this shit, and I'm out of there. Like
They do the same thing, but they just
even-
don't tell you. Some of them would, but some of them would, but they do the same thing. Now, granted, I don't agree with this, and I don't agree when men do it. I find that was real rude because it's so. No, I don't know. I'm not picking up for men, eh?
You're not picking up for who?
No men.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm not picking up for men. But I don't know. From the gist that he gave, it seemed like, you know, he seemed interested enough than more than the date. But now I feel as though we live in such a. Let me clear this up. Do you think he's the asshole?
I don't think he's an asshole for knowing what he wants and then saying, here's what I don't agree with this and I want out. I don't think so. I think what would have been the asshole move was staying and then realizing that you can't deal with it and then further along the line tell her about it. But
Yeah.
you did, I think, you know, he said,
I don't think he's the
good
asshole
luck.
for
Bye.
leaving. However, I think he could say, well, this is not my vibe or whatever. I didn't know this is what I was signing up for. This is not what, you know, I wanted. So, you know, you do you. Well, kind of like basically what he said, but yeah, I don't think he's the asshole. However, I think we're still living in a time where it's so much casual sex. Like, aren't you scared? Like, I'm scared. Aren't you?
Me?
Yeah.
So I'm not a casual sex kind of girl. I love love.
Yeah,
So
love love.
I can't be a casual sex kind of girl. However, I feel in this situation that I don't know, like, is this the whole dating around what they talk about? Because I hear a lot of people saying, well, you must date around, you know, you must, like, after
I
you get
cannot
out
do
of
that.
situation, you must date around and, you know, find out what you like and find out what you don't like or whatever. But
I think I have tunnel
does the
vision.
dating around include having sex with everybody? No.
I
To
don't
say
know,
this
like,
is friends with benefit, but he didn't essablish anything with her. So
As
he
well,
don't
yeah.
know, was she considering him another friend with benefit? Like,
I think that, like, just seeing that is
or
like
was that
so. That's a different
dating
level of
around?
bravado, though.
like,
Yeah, that's just one of my friends with benefits. Like, even if a guy says that to me, it's like, "Ooh, red flag, red flag, red flag."
yeah.
Like,
I think I would have done the same move. I'd have
And
been
it's-
like, okay, bye.
yeah, because it's not what you signing up for. So, not that she necessarily wrong either. I mean, you live your life, sis. But if that's the case, you should have established what you want from the get-go.
Exactly. Make it clear now. It's a risky game that you're out here playing, but
Yeah, it's
I'm hoping that she's safe.
scary out here.
I'm hoping that she's safe. I like his move. Like, he's like, this not for me,
not
and
for me.
I out.
Head out.
So my boyfriend, who's 29, insists that I, 23, get why I can't say it? Labia.
Livia?
Okay. My boyfriend, 29, insists that I, 23, get a labiaplasty.
What is it?
What?
What is it? Is
So,
it
like,
what I'm thinking
guys,
it probably
so
is?
like when I first saw it, I was like,
Is
is
it
that-
down there?
Yeah, but when I research it, it's actually the flaps.
It's still down there.
Yeah,
What?
the flaps. Woo! Yeah, since he feels that it takes too long, too much effort for him, and the intimate act is not the same anymore. How should I tell him that it's not me, it's him, because I do not feel like faking anymore?
Oh shit. You know, you know, it takes like he's so confident.
Yeah.
Sometimes
It's not you, it's
it's not me, it's definitely you.
yeah.
Sometimes it's so easy to sit down there with your thinking on your high level, on your high chair, thinking that your shit don't stink. But sometimes you have to bring yourself down and humble yourself. This could have been solved though with us
It
open
depends.
conversation.
It depends on how long she fake, Oh Lord. So I 23 have been with my boyfriend 29 for almost 2 years. So that's 2 years
years.
of faking. So imagine coming after 2 years and saying, here's what I've been faking. He not gonna believe you. Trust me. He not gonna believe you.
Yeah, but who's to say she's supposed to believe him? Because it seems like 2 years he not enjoying it either.
We met in college when I was completing undergrad studies and he was in postgrad school. We started dating and continued the relationship even after graduation. I am young and naive as I was back then. I thought it was exciting to be with someone different, someone smarter and more accomplished than I was. So I started dating this guy outside of my age group. We used to sleep together sometimes twice a day, but it involved me faking it to enhance his pleasure. I would scream, call him daddy, and the usual talk, and that gave him the illusion that he performed very well. You set him up. You set him up.
Wait. Why would you do that?
I truly wanted to please him, and he seemingly loved me calling him daddy while having screaming intimate moments. He was thrilled with our relationship because people around him labeled him as some kind of sex god from his name. Oh my god. From his neighbors hearing my screams to his friends that he bragged to. I thought that one day it would get better.
Why would he want a bragger though?
I thought that one day it would get better for me as well. Or he would want to try something different.
After 2 years?
You look for that shit. So now he's saying, okay, I am not going to stop doing what I'm doing because what I'm doing is working.
You created this.
However, I have stopped faking it because I feel that he's not making a serious effort to please me in the bed and does not last long if I scream and do
Well, it's not his fault. You screaming up a whole mountain. You think the man think he's doing his job.
Now he complains that my lady bits have become loose and mishappened from too much action. And our intimate moments are not the same as before. The disrespect.
You know what happened? You stop with all your antics.
Yeah.
So now he's like, this ain't me because you've been screaming. So it had to be you.
He insists that I get a
Libiaplasty.
But the thing is, I keep saying that it's not that. I think doing vaginal tightness and that is two separate things. So he calling the wrong name.
Well, that's not your fault.
Yeah,
he's not so smart with that kid. Let's Google it.
Yeah. To address my social sorry. He insists that I get a libiaplasty. What is wrong with me? He insists that I get a libiaplasty to address my so-called physical problems. However, the issue is that he never goes down on me for more than a few seconds and expects me to do all the work. How should I tell him that it's not me, it's him?
So, but you researched this just now?
Yesterday. Why?
Because I feel like it reading exactly what you said earlier on.
Mm-hmm.
But
not
next thing he really talking about that though.
what that
Yeah.
she find that it's not looking pretty anymore.
Yeah.
That real sad boy.
You'll
Ooh.
need if there's any salvaging, you'll need to
But
sit
she is
and
young. She's 23. So how could it be looking? I think he really means the tightness, but still at
I
23
think he's just looking
years
for any
old.
excuse.
It
Excuse
is
me.
that he probably want to, because he don't want to feel now that it's him that
They're
have the
together, they're in a
problem.
relationship.
They're in a relationship for the past 2 years of faking it.
Right. It could be that. It could be he really looking for a reason to exit too because
To
you know,
exit?
yeah, because he nah
I don't feel he looking for a reason to exit. I feel as though his ego was boosted when he was able to make her climax the way how she was climaxing, and then to just see
Yeah.
her lying down like a starfish is now like, okay, what's happening?
yeah, still doing what I was doing all the time. Mm-hmm. What happened? But you had a right to have a conversation with him though. That I think this is on you. Because had you sat and have like a conversation, you're not bringing down anybody, but it should have an open conversation, to say, what you like, what you dislike.
And don't send it in a text.
And don't send it in a text like the last man. And we're not talking about telling somebody to don't tell them to stop and know that shit. Not that. But have a conversation, like a mature conversation about what, you like in bed. Because this thing is a two-way street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so all that tralala that you was doing, you actually caused this, I think.
She did, because for 2 years, how you could fake? I don't even understand how you could fake for 2 years.
I didn't even understand how you could fake for 2 days.
Jesus Christ. Nah. And I can't be with somebody who is selfish in bed.
How would he even know? You're there screaming down the house. I mean, like you're being
And then he
pleased.
bragging to his friends. That's gross.
I find that is a turn off.
That
Like,
is so gross.
what? That's why I asked. Why would you even want to be with a bragger though? So you just want all your vag news between you and your boyfriend out on these streets?
Yeah.
Like that? For free? No. Something's supposed to just be kept between you and him.
Agreed.
So before we end off this week's episode, for a while I've been trying to see how best I could incorporate this into our episodes, because Laurel watches TV as well, but I don't think she's that much as me.
I don't watch TV as much as Sherain. She's like, well, I saw these 3 things. I'm like, I'm trying to keep up with one.
I am a binger, no lie. But I think it's nice that I could come and share with you all like my recommendations of the week. And I've tried and tried, and I think I finally found like a way to bring it to you guys. We also have a book that we haven't read, because I am into TV, Laurel is into books, and we haven't read the book as yet. So we need to get on that. But this week, if you finish this episode and you're still on a high and you're looking to find something to, quench that high, let me tell you all about some TV shows. Because as I said, I'm an addict, and I'm gonna give you all my recommendations. So we're starting off strong. If you're into crime, drama, mystery, murder mysteries and stuff like that, y'all could get into You Don't Know Me, which is available on Netflix. I was late to the party because this came out in 2022, and honestly, I only watched it 2 days ago. Mm-hmm. Great watch. Let me give you all a little insight on it. It's about a young man named Hero who is on a trial defending himself against a murder allegation of a local drug lord. I'm not sure if this show is meant to be one season. It's not labeled as limited series on Netflix. But god damn, we need some more info, because it was so good it left me on a high. And I don't necessarily like shows that leave me like that and unable to say, but we all know 2023 was a year of the writers' strike. So who knows? We may be able to get an update on if there will be a following season. But it has 4 episodes, which is jam-packed with so much info, so much content in one episode, and the acting was 10 out of
Great.
10. And you need to listen his defense story because it's based on him on trial, and he
Is this a
pleaded
true
his
story?
case.
No?
No, I don't think so. But he's pleading his case on the trial. The whole 4 episodes is him doing that, and then you transition into when he's speaking about. So it's really a good watch. I think you definitely would like it. So the next one is Mindhunters, which is also on Netflix. If you like Criminal Minds, you're gonna like this. So it's based on a true story. This one is based on a true story
Okay.
about 2 FBI agents who basically spearheaded a new unit at the time because it was back in 1955, I believe, or 1995. I can't remember. Called the Behavioral Science Unit, a department that specialized in analyzing the patterns of serial killers. At that point in time, they didn't even used to call serial killers. This department actually came up with the name serial killer,
Okay.
right? So they interviewed several of the most renowned serial killers, taking note of how they think and their triggers. Now, while this would be helpful for catching others that are like them, the interviews that the agents had with these convicted murderers, really took a mental toll on these agents because, you have to sit down and listen to how crazy and warped their mind really is. Right? So the actors as well, especially the actors that they got to play the roles of these serial killers, bear an uncanny resemblance to the real one. So that made the show even scarier. And I love to go and listen to like these. I'm a true crime girl. I murder mystery. I like them kind of shows, you know that. And lastly is A Man in Full, which is actually new to Netflix. It's a limited series about
in full?
yeah.
Okay.
Regina King. She directed it.
Okay.
She directed 3 of the episodes actually. So A Man in Full is a limited series about a real estate king who goes bankrupt, and his will comes crashing down while persons who envied him try to capitalize on his downfall. Now, if you look at the description anywhere, Google, Netflix, anywhere, it will tell you about him. His name was Charlie Croker. It will tell you that alone. Even when you look at the trailer, it will only tell you that. But there are several other stories that branched off from the main plot, which really had me clenching my seat. So it was a good watch, and I totally recommend it. So that's the 3 shows I recommend for this weekend. Next week I'll have more, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure. Old or new. So we also checked out Selling the OC. I think we vaguely spoke about it the last episode.
Yeah.
But now the both of us are up to date. And should we go person by person? Let's start with the evils.
Wait, do you want to give an overall, or we do the overall at the end? Do the overall at the end, yes.
Do the overall at the end? Okay. So I will give a 1-sentence summary of what I think of each person.
Sure.
Alex Hall, she's a bully and manipulator, and I believe she's borderline, I don't know, based on, not even on the show, based on things that I've seen after the show, she could be probably a racist as well. I don't know. I didn't see it on the show like that.
How we establish this?
This is based on interviews after the show. This wasn't in the show, but I haven't seen that side on the show. Right? She's a bully.
She only around white people, and then Brandy, who's
And then while Kayla is Latina.
Yeah.
Is she Latina? Right. Brandy.
Oh,
I
wait.
really.
Should I go and say?
Oh yeah.
My opinion of Alex Hall is really short and sweet. She's a narcissist bitch.
Ooh. Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. That sums it up correctly, actually.
Yeah.
Brandy. No, Brandy, we didn't really get much from Brandy this season, honestly. And I feel as though I know for sure both of us share different views on Brandy. Like I actually like Brandy. But I think after the whole season last season, I feel as though she felt, that it have no winning, so better she just try her best to hush. So I feel that's what she did this season.
Okay, so my opinion on Brandy is like she was trying so hard last season to fit into that circle, and I think when the show aired, she realized, okay, I look like something that I don't necessarily agree with because that group are bullies, right? So she don't necessarily agree with. I just feel as though like in the show itself, like I don't know, I just didn't like certain things where she I guess she wants to just fully be in charge of all the athletes because she feels that's her, I don't know, you could say genre or I don't know what to call it, or that's her clientele. But I saw a episode where she felt as though she was entitled to that person because it was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
basketball
yeah.
player, and I felt as though no,
No.
that wasn't the case.
Yeah, I agree.
Now if it was a situation where you went out your way and he became your client and then Polly came and tried to sneak him on from you, then maybe, but it wasn't like that.
And it's different if you had a conversation with, I guess, Jason. Now, the conversation that she had about the new development that she wanted to have,
Yeah.
that wasn't necessarily geared towards Jason. I want to be, like, I feel as though I specialize in the athletes. He didn't say that. So
I think be clear.
be clear on what you want. And if she was, then I could have been on her side. I forgot about that, but I agree with that situation.
And I feel as though, yeah, she probably would be a good person.
Yeah,
to be in that,
definitely.
but you didn't have that discussion. So I feel as though, okay, easy Brandy.
Yeah.
Next person.
Tyler. Like, I don't even have much words for freaking Tyler. Like, he's so annoying
feel
to
as
me.
though Tyler looked like the Grinch or something. Like his face just Grinchish.
I don't know. Like, I really.
Tyler is upsetting, right? The first season, I did not get why all those girls were.
On Tyler.
He's not that attractive, in my opinion. People might be like, "Oh my God, he's so amazing," but in my opinion, I don't find he's anything that they should be running after. And I don't know. Is this season scripted? Because I feel as though like there's a lot of unnecessary fake drama and it like
The drama seems so forced.
It's not making sense.
I don't get it. I don't get a lot of the drama. Like, some of it felt like they're trying to be on par with the drama of Selling Sunset. And a lot of the drama
they
doesn't
can't
make
even
sense.
compete. Like I was like, I literally am here for the houses, and they just I don't even know what they were talking about half the time. Anyway, next person.
What's his name?
Austin.
Austin. I felt as
Let's
though
put Austin and his wife in it one time.
True. I believe what this guy is saying. What's his name? Sean. I believe what Sean is saying. I believe that they probably, into some freaky shit. I believe so. And he didn't expect it to come out to the open. Right? But Austin is like, I don't know, like I can't remember him selling a house either.
Oh, I didn't like that they were throwing that not
Sean.
selling a house. That's not nice. People start from nothing and work their way up.
Yeah, and these are people who come from the thing. It is I could I don't like the comment, but if it was somebody else who was on par with Sean saying that, I think I would have still not liked the comment, but would be able to sit and say, yo, you're out of timing. But these are people who actually were basically born with a silver spoon for realtors,
Yeah.
with
I
the
was
exception
now
of Austin.
I was now gonna make reference to the original Selling Sunset. Like I never saw them
Doing
do
that.
that to anybody.
No.
Like they never tried to make them feel less than. If it was anything, they always tried to
Help.
give advice. This is how you handle a situation.
Now there is competition in how much money somebody brought in, but to
Yeah.
say attack somebody for not selling a house, I never saw that on Selling Sunset.
Austin confuses me. Austin and his wife confuses me because again, I agree with what you're saying. I feel as though their story is not really adding up. So I believe there's some truth to what Sean is saying. However, I do feel as though there's some holes in his story where, like, I don't know, maybe he added on a few things to make it sound even juicier because one minute had weed, brownie, cookies, and then next minute didn't have. So, like, if you want to be credible, please come with your receipts.
Straight facts.
Come with your receipts. Like he tried to bring his receipts, but at the same time, it all over the place. So people will start to doubt you.
Yep. Which leads us to actually Sean.
All right.
I don't know. I think Sean is in an environment where, he's trying to make friends. He's trying to lean on the other guys in the office, trying to make friends with them, and they just, but he's battling with not being accepted, and I don't think this is the environment for him based on his his personality. I don't think he should be in this environment, and honestly I don't think he's returning. I think I saw something where he's leaving.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Sean is so eager to be like that. He tried to fit himself in this mean group, and in the first season, if you remember, like he was one of the people who was attacking the others, Rose and Jarvis. Like
Yeah.
he had a lot to say. So now that he on the receiving end, is like, oh my god. But I agree. I don't think this is the place for him, and that circle is very dangerous. They just pick away. I hope everybody noticed
Realizes that.
They pick away at the weak ones until it's going to be
It's
just
no more.
Hall and Tyler standing up at the end.
Tyler's actually leaving as well.
Oh,
He's going to
good
his dad.
riddance.
I won't miss him, thank God. Him and his son will. Anyway,
Polly.
Polly kind of annoys me though. Like, she as well. Like, to me, she seems to try to fit in this group as well. And it's just a matter of time until they turn on Polly.
Originally, when I first met Polly, I was like, oh my god, I love her personality. I love how outgoing she was. She says anything. She was like a firecracker. And then afterwards I realized, no, you are a wannabe mean girl.
Yeah.
You just want to be up there with Alex Hall.
Yeah.
Sad.
I don't understand what is up there with Alex Hall. I didn't even realize that she's up there.
Yeah.
Wherever there is. Like, I need to see what they measuring, what tool they using, because it's faulty,
Yeah.
defective. I hope they have that.
I feel
receipt.
what they're doing is how much money you're bringing in, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Talking about money bringing in
Gio?
Now, I liked Gio in the beginning, but this season I saw the side that they were all talking about before, and mixed with the meanness of the group, because I feel as though, like, that whole situation with Kayla, like, I didn't like Kayla in the first season, but after season 2 was like, okay, she learned from it, but then what y'all were quarreling with her about, y'all were doing, like, it was such a hypocritical thing within their circle. So from season 2 a little into season 2, like, I liked Kayla fully in season 3. But that whole situation with Kayla and Gio, like, when he even brought the situation up to her, you could see that she genuinely was confused as to what the hell Gio was even talking about. They have this entitled behavior that they are willing to help you once you stay beneath them. And that is a nasty trait. A real nasty trait to have. Again, we didn't even see that kind of behavior in Selling Sunset.
Everybody was out about we winning together.
Yeah, like, you get it? Yeah, the only person that is close to that, I feel, is like Chelsea.
No, I was thinking about that next girl. This skinny one who had a problem with Chriselle.
What skinny one that had a problem with Chriselle?
And then, like, Chriselle accused her of being on drugs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's even a main cast? No.
No. Yeah. So for me, I don't think I ever really fancied you. It's the opposite for me. I never really fancied you. I just didn't like him like that. He started to grow on me in the ending of season 2. And now, like, I'm back to like, ugh,
Yeah, it's like,
Gio. However, I had real like Kayla from season 1. I just think she was just a little out there. But I think she just wanted to have a lot of fun, thinking that, this was a safe space to have fun, even though her fun was reckless. But I'm wondering, like, if this was even a real argument, like, were they trying to get airtime? Was Gio trying to get airtime? Because I can't understand why he would.
I think it could be that, but I also believe he's entitled.
Yeah, but you're accustomed getting
Exactly.
how much you sell. You say that you're accustomed getting all these houses sold or whatever. So for her to get you with one, what is the issue?
It's like shit going wrong home with you, and you can't stand up and have a conversation with your wife, so you decide that you're going to make something up for somebody on work and take it out on them for no particular reason.
And you should be
somebody who actually looks up to you.
Exactly, and you should be actually proud that, okay,
they took
your advice and they learned from you. Wow.
Just really crazy.
Alex Rose.
She didn't really have much to say this season, though.
To me, I find she was just naturally quiet throughout. I think between her and Jarvis is the one who speaks more. So in this season where their friendship split up, she didn't really have anything to say. She tends to do a lot of okay.
So I don't really have much to say about her. Between her and Jarvis, well, Jarvis is my favorite.
I don't know. I can't decide between the two.
Yeah.
I can't.
That's it.
No, the new Alex.
New Alex.
The Alex who, and her name is Alex too. Yes, her name is Alex. I just don't know her.
Right.
They're calling her Ali, I think.
Right. I like that she, wants to stand up for the right thing. And I like that, she already realized who is really who. Like, her blinders wasn't on. Probably it was for a moment, but it came down quicker than the others. But she needs to be careful with how she deals with situations. Because right now she's very reactive in those situations. Now, with regards to work, you should have been at a different level already. I agree with that part.
Yeah. And that is sadder because I feel as though I'm trying to figure out the word. Right. So I feel as though what I was going to say, I feel as though if she was in another county, another
If she
area.
was over in LA, she may have learned a lot
Right.
more.
That's what I'm
Because
thinking.
I
They
feel
would have
as though
taken her
some of
under
them
her wing.
not they like Pollyanna, like probably off screen because I don't know, we don't see 24 hours. We see snippets, right? But I feel as though you would have seen in selling Sunset, even Chelsea. You would have seen Chelsea saying, well, come with me on this one. Let me show you how we do this or whatnot. You would have seen a lot of them taking her with her, and you wasn't seeing that. This season, I feel like as though the people they are more like I can't share too much because again, I have to stay on top, and if I share, like they could surpass me. Like no, I'm not sharing. Like that's the way I feel about this cast.
Yeah, I feel as though they tend to gatekeep a lot of their tactics or the way they handle their transactions.
What do you think about that scenario with the house that she went to show for Geo? I felt as though it was a setup.
So I thought it was very calculated because the incident would have happened. I don't know how close in time span, but it happened. The incident where she had the blow up with Alex Hall was a few days before. Now, granted, she did kind of was out there acting like she was knocking on the glass. Like I find it was not the time and
Appropriate,
place.
yeah.
She could have walked inside and asked Alex Rose to come outside and talk to them or whatever, but you're knocking in glass and be like, we good? We good? Like, that was not called for. I feel as though they did sabotage her because I was like, okay, how come they get this information?
And that person, I feel as though was planted there.
Exactly.
You felt the same way.
I felt the same way, and that is their way of picking away at the weaker ones.
Yeah.
Now, she's somebody who clearly does not sit down and roll over, or she will stand up and tell you like it is. She would, even for her friends or whatever, if she consider you, she will
Have your back.
have your back, which is a nice trait. However, right now she's very thin ice, and she's not a seasoned.
She doesn't even have a license.
She don't have
yet.
a license. So right now Jason's thinking, and I'm assuming that he is paying her something.
Yeah.
So right now you're costing him money rather than bringing in money. So
And he don't play with his
Yeah.
money, so
yeah.
you need to take a break from everybody else drama
Yeah,
and
and-
focus on you.
And probably now Kayla is not very seasoned as well. Kayla is still learning, but I feel as though like she's probably the best person right now.
Yeah.
To learn at least somebody who is genuine, because somebody else might.
Might just fleck her up.
Yeah.
Might just fleck her up. Now that covers the cast of Selling the OC. Y'all let us know if y'all have watched it, if y'all are enjoying it, what are your thoughts? Let us know down in the comments. And I feel as though we haven't said this in a while, but don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We are almost at 500 subscribers. I don't know what's the figure at the moment. Let me check really quickly. We are at 466. So we're hoping to get that 34 followers probably within the next week to reach our 500. And we'll be really, really happy, and we'll be starting our new goal, which would be the 1K on YouTube. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you will be notified every time we upload. Also follow us on our socials. We share all the clips from each week's episodes, and again, our socials, you all really share your opinions in the comments over there, and we really, really appreciate it. So follow us along on our social media pages on TikTok and on Instagram at Happy Hour with SNL on both platforms. Also, ensure to subscribe to us over on our listening platforms, which would be Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Although I've seen that there's an update with Google Podcast, excuse me. Although I've seen an update with Google Podcasts, I have to look into that as a little more to see what's going on for us. But those are the listening pages. You can find us if you are more of an audio person and prefer to listen to your podcast. Those are the areas that you would find us. So yeah, we are on our way to 8,000 on Instagram.
Very soon.
Very soon. 10K is right over, like on the horizon, like it's right there. Thank you so much so far for your support with us. So far we are 7 months in. Wow, that went fast.
I find so.
It went fast. So yeah, see y'all next week for another episode. Yeah, bye guys.
Bye.